Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to DN. Today we're going to talk about housing, looking at a recent study in the US which estimates that for every unhoused person in the United States of America, there are 28 empty homes. And this really just illustrates the point of the housing crisis. It's not even an issue of supply in all cases, it's an issue of allocation. And why do we have this allocation? It's due to our current system, which is capitalism, neoliberal capitalism more specifically, which focuses on and which prioritizes profit over people. We can look at this study in the US and we can see that it's not even the case that there's not enough houses, it's the case that people don't have enough money to purchase these houses or to rent these houses. And how silly does that sound when you break it down and you think essentially we're saying there's plenty of houses here, you could be nice and warm with yourself and your family, but you do not have enough tokens, unfortunately. So out you go, sling your hook, sit on the bench, cold, be freezing, because you have not got enough tokens to pay and to play this game. So I just wanted to talk about that study that I've seen. It applies obviously to the USA, but in many countries in the world, we do have this problem of homelessness, but at the same time with empty, vacant buildings, which is clearly an inefficient use of our collective resources and points to another wider problem systemically of the system that we're currently operating under, which, as we've said earlier today, is neoliberal capitalism prioritizing profit over people. The profit motive is fine, it can be useful. The profit motive is great where we have competitive industries, and it can be useful. It's a useful tool to drive improvement in terms of innovation. But I think we need to take a step back in society when we've designed our entire system, our entire society around this one profit motive. Yes, it does have its uses. It can be beneficial in some ways. In technology, for example, in driving innovation, it can be useful. It can be useful to encourage motivation. But is it useful? Is it efficient when we have a scenario where thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, globally millions of people are homeless, and it's not even the case that we don't have the buildings. We have the buildings. These people do not have homes, a basic human right, because our economic system says that they can't afford it. They can't afford this basic human right because essentially of the profit motive. Because landlords, homeowners, landowners need to make their money, need to make their profit. So if they can't be paid by people that don't have enough money, don't have enough tokens, they don't get the housing. It's not that the housing is not there. So what are we valuing at this point? Why at this point are we valuing profit rather than a human life? It seems a little bit crazy to me. And I'm not saying that the profit motive is not useful. It's a useful tool. But I really do think in the 21st century, we need to re-examine what the economy really is and not just focus on one tiny area, i.e. profit, but actually we need to look at what I would argue is clearly the more important side, the human side of the economy, and ensure that is at a higher minimum standard level for everybody before we start to try and maximize profit. We've got it kind of arse around tit. We've got it backwards. Profit maximization, I guess, could theoretically come after human maximization. Once the humans are good, once we're collectively sound, great, pursue all the profit that you want. But until then, this inefficient allocation of resources, and this is just one example today in housing, needs to end.